Hi, everybody. It's Mike from Here the Watchman. And on this edition of the Watchman's Report, we have some vital information for you. It's information about how to survive if the grid goes down. We have with us today the owners of Portable Solar LLC. It was Tom and his wife, and they were at Here the Watchman in Dallas, Texas, where they were exhibitors and supporters of our effort. We're very grateful that we had them there. They have some just phenomenal information that we're going to pass along. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today on the Watchman's Report.
Happy to be here.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate this opportunity to share with your subscribers.
No problem. I mean, we're blessed to have you. So let's look at what's going on in the world today. I mean, we've got this madman over in North Korea. I mean, we've got all this stuff going on. The threat or the potential threat of an EMP attack is prevalent right now. Talk to us a little bit about Portable Solar LLC. Tell us what it is you guys do and how we can prepare.
Let's see. Well, you're certainly right about Kim Jong-un. He is even crazier than Iran, they've been focused on EMP weapons as well as cyber attack weapons. They would actually use both in combination, both a cyber attack and an EMP, to focus primarily on a country's electrical grid, because the minute you take out the electrical grid, which is one of the 16 critical infrastructures in the country, you take out the other 15 critical infrastructures. So you wipe out all 16 critical infrastructures with taking the electrical grid down. So we're focused on selling battery-based solar systems that we have EMP hardened. We've done a lot of testing of the solar panels and systems, and I'm just one of 7 engineers here at the company.
Well, let me ask you this. I mean, a lot of people out there have your standard generators. You're either gas or diesel generators. If there is an EMP attack, what happens to those?
That's a really good question. We have the standby based generators are very large and have a lot of electronics in them. It's not likely. They're also tied into the grid, and they're not likely to survive. However, portable gas generators, it's unknown whether they will survive or not. That's actually something that some of our customers have asked us to test, because we also build EMP generators. We actually, if you go to our website and look at our YouTube, we show testing of solar panels, testing of an iPhone, PCs, those sort of things, and solar systems. So the problem with a gas generator is that you would need a whole lot of fuel and oil to keep gas generators going, even if you put them in a Faraday cage, which is a common, easy way to protect. So you would need about 18,000 gallons of gasoline to equal what 6 solar panels can put out.
Wow. That's amazing. Now, listen, we recently had this event, let's just call it that, where the power was taken down on the very same day in New York, San Francisco, and Los Angeles. Shouldn't that be a wake-up call to everyone?
Yes, Mike. There were about 89,000 people just in California that were out of power. Or not people, I should say homes. So many more people. And what we like to focus on here, and Tom's being very modest, is that we have the only EMP hardened solution out there. It is also immune to solar flares and also lightning. A lot of people are affected by lightning every year just from regular storms. And this was started as a church project a long time ago, about 6.5 years ago. And what basically happened was there were several engineers in the congregation, and they were tasked by like-minded people to find a solution to have a battery-backed solar, something that was sustainable, something that wouldn't break in a month, something that they could use to power your fridge, your freezer, and lights and so forth. Well, we couldn't find anything. We all had corporate jobs and we researched and we just couldn't find anything out there that was worth the money we were willing to spend. So a solution came out of that about 5 years ago, and we incorporated 3.5 years ago and started this company to save as many Christians as we possibly can. We know there's a short supply of us left, and that's what we want to do. And I think that we're starting to make a difference thanks to you guys having us on this broadcast.
Well, thank you for saying that. I mean, we were blessed to have you there in Dallas, and you did touch a lot of lives. But now you're doing incredible work, but there's something else special about your company. You are a veteran-owned company, is that correct?
Yes, Mike. I was activated during Desert Storm and did my time with the U.S. Army.
Wow, that's simply amazing. Now, the other thing that just, folks, blows me away about Portable Solar LLC, it's mind-boggling to me. They build their own EMP simulators. I mean, can you believe that? You guys are actually testing this to make sure what you're selling is working. Is that right?
That's correct. There's a lot of myths out there, but one of our engineers is a PhD. He used to test at White Sands, New Mexico EMP test facility for the government, and he used to EMP solar systems and communication systems. So we leveraged a lot of military design data to not just harden our systems, but also build EMP simulators that we can then test. And in doing that, we're able to actually blow a lot of myths out of the water too, because everybody thinks everything electronic is going to die, and that's not true. The small things live, but a lot of the things, a majority of things that are plugged in the grid don't live, because those wires act like antennas.
Wow, that's interesting. Now, listen, let's just get right down to it. I mean, is there, when you look at this and everything that's going on and the cost involved, is there a universal way to compare the cost of all these solar generators?
There is. That's a very good question. Usually the best way to compare is what you want to look for is dollar per solar watt. That you take the price of the overall system, you divide it by the wattage of the solar panels it comes with. That's $1 per solar watt. That's one way to compare systems. But there's a lot of other things. You want to, there's actually a presentation that you can download from our website. We do a lot of educational things so that people can make a wise decision. And they can call us. They don't have to buy from us. We just want people to buy good quality items that are going to do what they need. So you want to look for something that's going to save you on your energy bills, not that's just a backup generator kind of solution. Those don't use the solar panels unless the grid goes down. And then the other things you want to look for is low idle power. So there's a lot of things that you want to look for. And also the biggest mistake people make is they buy this little teeny tiny solar system that has less than 500 watts of solar panels, and it won't power their refrigerator, which is a key item to have in a grid down scenario.
Well, that brings up a really good question here. How many batteries or panels do you need to run, like, let's say, your refrigerator and some of the essentials that you have in your house?
There is a presentation on our website that you can see that. There's YouTube video. There's actually a calculator where you just enter in the number of rooms, the number of refrigerators and freezers, and it'll tell you exactly how many solar panels and batteries that you need. You don't have to buy our system to use it. But typically, a standard refrigerator consumes 2 solar panels, so 500 watts, 250 watts per solar panel, so 500 watts of solar, and that's also the equivalent of 2 big batteries. So a freezer consumes about 1, and some other things. So
well, it's funny, when we look at all of this and we're in the world that we live in today. There's always someone out there trying to pull the wool over our eyes. What are there any gimmicks that we need to look out for in the solar generation world?
Mike, I didn't know anything about engineering or solar. I have a medical background, so I didn't know any of that stuff. And of course, when we were researching this stuff for our congregation, I kept finding different, one battery systems that are only like $1,500 or $2,000. And I would come to Tom and I would say, well, why wouldn't this work, or why wouldn't that work? And so he would tell me, well, first of all, you don't want to just take a battery that's in a system and stick it in your closet, because batteries will die over time. You need to have it discharged a small portion, and it needs to be powered up, kind of like the trickle chargers people have on their cars when they don't use them. And so what we've done is we've looked and compared on our website some of the smaller systems that are out there, and to show you how they actually either don't work for the purpose that you need them for, because they only have one battery and it tells you, oh yeah, you can run your fridge. Well, you may be able to run it for like 30 minutes or an hour, and then it'll take 3 or 4 days to charge it back up again. Well, you don't have the grid. So we do a lot of educational material. We do have a lot of educational material on our website. And for the most part, I'll tell you, we just couldn't find anything out there that was good enough, let alone having any kind of protection, from EMP pulse or from solar flares.
I would just say that most people look at inverter power, and that's not what they should compare. What you want to look at is how much solar power I can get on the system versus how big the engine is or how big the inverter is, because everybody compares inverter size. That's not how much power you can generate off-grid wise.
I mean, that is, folks, that's incredibly valuable information for you to have. And we want you to go to Portable Solar LLC. We want you to go to their website. We're going to give you the site, and we're going to give you the phone numbers to get them. But, it's not all about the tin hats. She made me a tin hat for some of the other stuff that we talk about here on our show. And there's other things that happen that you need to look at. I mean, guys, how many homes are affected by power outages due to lightning or due to natural disasters every year?
Over 500,000.
Yeah, tens of thousands at one time.
Yeah.
We sell to a lot of people.
Yeah, and in those cases, I mean, folks, look, it's great you have your Honda Whisper generator sitting out on your patio, but when that stuff happens, when things like that happen, natural disasters happen, once that generator that you have sitting out on your porch runs out of gasoline and you don't have stored gasoline, which most of us don't, let's face it, then what do? But you guys, with your products, you can solve that solution, can't you?
Yeah, and people don't realize that the panels will last 50 years. They're resistant to hail. That just one solar panel produces as much electricity in one day as 2 people working hard in the fields and consuming 2,000 calories per person. That is a lot of energy that you can save yourself by just letting solar panels sit out there for you.
Wow. And guys, let me tell you something about this company and these two, our friends and the owners. I mean, they are true Christians. They are out there to serve you and to help you. I mean, they have an amazing opportunity for you. Not only if you purchase a system for them, they stand behind it for life. I mean, they will consult with you. They will tell you, they offer free consultations to talk to you about your energy needs and what you need to do to prepare. And they have an amazing offering going on right now. I mean, this is truly amazing. For Hear the Watchman viewers, what they are offering is a free consultation, absolutely free, and $250 off the purchase of your system. All you have to do is use the code Watchman250. That's Watchman 250. Now, listen, it's in every day, in every way that we go about our business. Jeannie and I are trying to spread the word of Jesus. We're trying to get the word out there, but it's the same time, it's a dual preparation. You must prepare physically as well as spiritually. And guys, I applaud you for what you're doing. Tell people, how do they get in touch with you?
They can call us at 972-575-8875. That's 972-575-8875. Or they can go to our website, either at portablesolarllc.com or solarc.us. That's solarc.us. And you can spell that with a C or a K. But it's solark.us, and we're happy to help you guys in any way we can. And we like saving like-minded people who prepare and not just wait for the government to come and help them. So I think that we're saving the right kind of people.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, folks, listen, if you're out there sitting thinking that when things happen, the government's going to come to save you, you're in big trouble. You really are in big trouble. You need to reach out to folks like this. You need to talk to them. You need to take a look at their products and everything that they're doing. The same thing for AmericanSurvivalWholesale.com. I mean, these are Christians who are out there trying to help all of us to face or to get through what I think now, and you guys, I'm going to ask you, what's inevitable? Don't you think it's inevitable that we are going to have some sort of an event we're going to have to rely upon ourselves?
Yes,
absolutely.
The government agrees that cyber attack is the single largest risk that we face, and behind that an EMP, and that's why you see 3 out of the 4 aircraft carriers are steaming towards North Korea, because that guy is insane. And if he wants to go down in history as somebody who took out 20 times more people than Hitler, all he needs is 1 or 2 EMP weapons in the U.S.
Yes, and
Mike, guys, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say that I know that not everybody has money set aside so they can get a system like ours or prepare properly. And I just wanted to reach out to people and say, just call us, tell us your situation, and we'll work with you and, have financing options and so forth. So just wanted to throw that out there.
And I guess you guys have like a finance program at an incredible rate. I guess it's 4.3% with just a little bit of money down. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Wow. So, folks, there's no excuse. I mean, money is important to all of us, and we're all on a budget. But I mean, these guys are here to help you and to work with you. Now, before I let you guys go today, we've talked about the problem. I mean, what do people need to do to prepare for an EMP attack?
The 2 biggest things that people overlook in for an EMP event or a very serious event is water, a source of water, and electrical energy for refrigeration and preserving meats and some of your food. So I'd say, in terms of source of water, rainwater collection or a well pump, and or a good storage area of water. And then number 2 is energy. Without those 2 things, a lot of us have security covered and guns and so forth, and are preparing spiritually. But without water and energy, you're not going to be able to stay in place, which is usually the safest.
And
well, yes.
So I just wanted to add that one of the things that people tend to forget is being spiritually prepared and having mental preparedness. That will take people a long way so that you can be resourceful and find the things that you need to at the time when you need them.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are speaking the truth, folks. I mean, really, These guys are, I've met them. We spent time in Dallas together. Jeannie spent time with both of them there. These are the real deal. They're not just out there to sell you some sort of a solar panel and run down the street. They're there to help you. They're there to be with you and guide you through everything that it is that you have questions about. So take advantage of it. Guys, say your phone number and your website one more time for our listeners, please.
Sure, Mike. The number is 972-575-8875. Again, that is 972-575-8875. And the website is solark.us. That's SOLARK.us.
Awesome. Guys, thank you so much. We are so grateful that you're part of the Hear the Watchman team. It was wonderful having you guys in Dallas, and we hope we see you down the road in Boise, Idaho this summer, and on and on and on, because, folks, these guys are the real deal. So please take the time, go to their website, check them out. This is not a sales job. This is about providing you with the information that you need to survive. So, guys, God bless each of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and God bless.
All right, guys. So until the next Hear the Watchman report, the Watchman's report. Until the next time, God bless each and every one of you. It's just been wonderful spending time with you, and we'll be back again with more information on how you can prepare spiritually and physically. God bless.